Looks like I'm white. I'll just do the facing 3/4s. Here, I think I'll approach. It's pretty interesting. I guess he really wants the corner. If I extend here, it just turns into a 3/3 Joseki. I can also Hane. Might get complicated, but we'll go ahead and try it. If he cross cuts, okay, a bit confusing. I was thinking it had to cross cut, and then we would extend here or here. But if he does this one, we're just going to connect. Because I think if he Hanes and goes here, he's alive, but it's a very small corner. Okay, so he jumps out. I'm just going to push once. And jump. And he has some troubles in this corner, because now if he goes here, I can play here, and he only has one eye. But I'm not going to try too hard to kill it. I'm just going to focus on getting a nice outside. So even if he does live, it's very painful for him. Okay, he does that one. Bit confusing. I think he had to play the tiger's mouth, and then he had a good follow up here. With this one, I believe I can play this in Sente, because now I can follow it up with an Atari. So even if he blocks here, I have to defend the outside. Has some issues. I really don't want to win the game that early, so I think I'm just going to let him live, because I feel like if I kill, he might resign. And I'll just defend my cutting point, because there is a cut here with a ladder, which I think the ladder might work for me, but any move around here, I would have to watch out for the ladder. But even here, this whole group is not 100% alive yet, because I can still play here. He has to respond, and there's only one eye. Okay, he pushes through. I'm not quite sure why. And extend. So now we have a really nice outside. He manages to live. He never defended this corner. We're going to go ahead and double approach. Okay, he kicks, so we'll go up. So now we're developing this side. And, okay. I think he had to attach here, because normally just like living in the corner like this isn't very fun for black. Because I can kind of just take the outside for free. And there's still some Aji in the corner to where maybe I can connect on the outside, and he still has to respond on the inside. Okay, he jumps down, so if I block here, he goes out. I can still turn, so yeah, I think I'll go ahead and block. And he pincers, okay. I don't want to allow him to have a base, so I'm going to go ahead and approach. And he jumps out, okay? So this stone is pretty light, and if he tries to pincer it, I can just jump out. These stones are kind of heavy, so I kind of want to defend by trying to connect somehow. I also could probably just jump out, and that would work. I could try peeping, but when he connects here and he pincers, he can connect under and be a bit more aggressive because he's stronger here. So I don't think I want to peep. I think I'm just going to jump out and try to connect my stones together. Okay, so he wants to cut me. And my job is just stay connected. I have a ladder, so I think I can go here. And then there's lots of Aji in the corner. So I'll just turn. I have the ladder. If he extends here, I was just going to jump, and then he could maybe surround. But I think there's Aji here I could use. But if he pushes, he's helping me get out in this direction, and these stones are pretty weak. Okay, so he defends his corner, which gives me time to defend my weaknesses. So I think I'm just going to, if I jump here or here, he can still cut and capture these stones. But his corner is pretty much alive. There is some Aji here, but I don't think it should kill. So I think I'm just going to jump here. I think it's more important to attack the two stones here than it is to save these. These I'm just going to sacrifice. Okay, and then what's my weakest group? I would say this one's probably a little bit weaker. So I think I want to jump here, which is helping protect my weakest group, and it's forcing this to run out. And now it feels like he has two weak groups. And it's hard for him to defend both. because I can just keep threatening to capture one, and then he has to keep running. And I don't want to let myself get surrounded. This move feels bad. If he just extends, I probably have to keep running out, and then he turns, I turn. So I should be okay, but with this one, because I can still go here, which then I can capture these in one move. And if he turns, then I extend, and then this is also weak. If I try to play here, he can Hane, I can extend, and it's pretty similar. I think I'll just do this one. This one seems easy. He captures this stone, I capture these, and I think it's a pretty good trade for me, because he gets points on the side, but I get stones in the center, I get a few points, and then I have a bunch of influence over here. Okay, so I will Atari, which is giving me more stones in the center that I can use to develop this. And I will go ahead and just capture these. And it feels like he still needs to play something over here to capture this stone. And if he does, I probably will just enclose my corner or something like this. And try to get points in the corner and also develop all of this side. He tries to get out. I don't think so, because even if he can cut something off, I just should have more liberties. So I should be able to capture him before he captures me. And playing all these moves is also making my outside much stronger. So I'm just going to defend my cutting point, and I should just have more liberties. And now my outside is much stronger than before, which is making this area very scary. And just Atari, seal him in. Okay, he connects, so I have a bunch of cutting points, so I need to try and find a good way to connect. If I go here, there's a liberty here, so if he tries to cut, I just capture. If he tries to push through here, I can just ladder. So I think here is just working. And like I said, he still needs to come back and capture this stone, or this group can also get into trouble. Which gives me time to play a move to try and get rid of his entrance over here. Or even if I play over here, I guess he could still split, but if I can play a move here and then he tries to split, I at least get stuff in the corner. So he plays this one. All my cutting points over here are okay, so I think I don't need to defend. At the very least, I can always just capture him first. Don't think I want to just extend here, because he does become weak, but I think I'd rather do this one. So if he spends a move to capture, I can block. He has to play another move. So he does live here, but I'm getting a lot stronger here. I no longer have to worry about a cut, because then I can just fight back, and I'm pretty strong. Playing a move here would be too small. Because if he Hanes, I just Hane back, and it's fine. So now that I have this much stronger, there is still a cut here, so I think I'll play a move over here, which helps me fight if he does decide to cut, or if he just invades. I like corner points, so I think I'm just going to take my corner. I think it's trying to connect over here or cut off the corner, but I'm not quite sure it works. Even if he tries to double Hane, I probably just Atari here and connect, and he captures one stone, but this gets cut off. With this one, it's the same. I'm just going to capture the one stone. My corner is safe. This is cut off. Pretty much got this Hane for free, but it feels like he gave me a lot to do it. Okay, and so now he's trying this cut. But again, if I go here, I just jump out. He can play this now and save the single stone, but I just connect here. He can capture this, but I get all of this, so it's fine. So I will just jump out, protecting this group, which is my weakest group. Okay, so he does that one. If I push, he can go here, but I capture. So yeah, I can keep his group separated. And if everything's connected, then I no longer have any weaknesses. And yeah, he can save this, but then I just extend here. Or maybe connect is better. Yeah, connect would be better, because if I go here and I extend, maybe there's some Aji here later. If he Ataris, I probably just capture. He has to connect. I connect my groups, because this is still my weakest group. But as long as everything is connected, he can't really make eyes, and none of my groups should be able to die. So my corner has an eye here. It has eyes over here. There's no way for him to take away both eyes. So it feels like I need to play on this side, because this is the side where he has the most potential to make eyes. Like if he plays here, he's kind of making an eye here, and if he gets to extend or play a tiger's mouth, there's no eye shape. So I'm just going to play on this side, threatening the cut while getting rid of his potential eyes. And my corner is pretty much just 100% alive, so I don't have to worry. Like he can Hane, I Hane back, he can go here, but I never have to worry about this group dying. Okay, so he defends his cut. Just gonna back off, keep my stones connected. Okay, so he's trying to cut these off, so maybe he can get out or even kill these stones. So if I'm not careful, like if I just connect here, he goes here. I go here, and then when he connects, this is Atari, and he can extend, and then these probably die. But I can Atari first, which keeps them connected, because if he extends, I go here. Now all my stones are still connected. So he connects. So he wants to push here. Then we connect. He cuts. We go here, here, here. And if he turns, we go here. And we just capture first. And then again, this corner is just 100% alive. So even if he gets a free move here and can play here, we just block. And it's only one eye. So this is our biggest area, so we're just going to try and surround it, because if we don't, he's probably going to try and jump in here. If I push, he goes here and cuts. We have this free liberty, so we're not too worried about that, so we'll go ahead and block. And this is our only way to make like a big area. If we try to make points over here, it's not that big, because he can still like attach, so I don't want to play over here if I don't have to. And yep, and we already read this. We just connect, and this cut doesn't work. Okay, so he does get this for free, but again, we can just block. And if he goes here, we do have to capture, but he doesn't have two eyes, so it's not a big deal. He Ataris, of course, we're just going to connect. So he attaches. So he's trying to get rid of our eyes, but we can just descend here. And even if he tries to like start a capturing race, we should just have more liberties. So we'll just block. We probably could have Tanuki'd, but we'll just play it safe, because we're already winning, so we don't need to be too greedy and try to take more points when we already have enough. Okay, so he cuts again. If he gets to play this one, it's an Atari, we connect, and he can try and start to get eye shape. So it feels better to Atari this way than it is to capture. Because maybe he can get a few extra, but it's probably nothing's going to work here. He turns. So he's not threatening to cut. Like if he throws in here, nothing happens. So we're just going to play here. So now he can't run out. Okay, he attaches. Yeah, I'm just going to cleanly kill them, because there's really no point to trying to get more when you already have enough. And when you try to get more and you play a little bit quicker, there's also more room for mistakes. Okay, we just Atari. Okay, he extends. We're just going to block him in. He goes there. So I guess he wants to Atari. We go here, but even if he Ataris here, we just capture. But we'll go ahead and just capture. I don't think we need to play here. We could Tanuki, but this is enough to win. So we're just going to avoid mistakes and just make sure everything here stays dead. Okay, so here, no cutting point. This is already pretty much alive. Because even if he goes here, it's not really, even if he gets rid of our eyes, we can just Atari capture first, or we can even capture first over here. We already have him surrounded. We have no weak groups. So at this point is where I will just Tanuki, because there's really no weaknesses here for him to take advantage of. Okay, so he does Atari. Yep, we're just going to Atari back. And then we're going to push, because we want to avoid any weaknesses. So if we were to play on the other side, there's like an Atari. Maybe there's some weaknesses where maybe he can cut here, but probably doesn't work. But we're just going to stay connected to be safe because we're winning. So now he's trying to cut these stones off. But we have this extra liberty here, so we're not too worried about any cutting over here. So if he does cut, we're not going to Atari. Because if we Atari this way, we have to play over here to defend. So we're just going to jump. Or maybe not even jump, maybe we just attach here to capture the stones. We also could probably just Tanuki, or even just Atari here first and then capture. I don't know, we'll do this one, because I guess there is some Aji over here, so we'll defend that side first. Okay, he throws in. No point in playing a Ko, because it's already dead, so we'll just connect. He throws in. Of course, if we Tanuki, we're dead, so we'll just respond. He extends. We'll capture. Make sure everything's alive. And I'm not sure if I'll continue with this video, because if the rest of the game is just like this, I don't think there's any point to keep recording it. So I think I'll stop it here. Okay, 2 hours later, they resigned. Hopefully you learned something from that, or at least was entertaining. And I'd like to thank all my Patreons. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you all next time.